Philippine social media is absolutely buzzing right now, and it's all because of BINI. From their live streams to group updates and personal posts, everyone's keeping an eye on every move they make. The BINI fever is real, and their fanbase blooms, just keeps growing and growing. But did you know that before they became the stars we know and love today, BINI had a tough start? You might be asking yourself, why didn't I know about BINI when they first started? Well, in today's video, we're diving deep into the 5 reasons why BINI's journey to stardom wasn't as easy as it may seem. Before we jump into the details, can you please give us a quick like and subscribe if you're a BINI fan or just love P-pop content? Your support means a lot. Let's rewind to 2020. BINI had been preparing for their debut for months, and they were ready to launch with their pre-debut track The Coconut Nut. But right when everything seemed set to go, the world changed. And just months before BINI's official debut, the group found themselves facing huge challenges. On March 11, 2020, the Philippines went into a hard lockdown due to COVID-19. Picture this, they were just about to hit the stage and start performing, and everything stopped. With quarantine in place, they couldn't meet up for rehearsals, performances were put on hold, and fan events were cancelled. The management had no choice but to house the girls together in one place for their safety. It was hard, not just because of isolation, but because they were forced to shift everything to an online setup.
And so everything was converted online.
Imagine trying to learn new dance over a video call. Online learning was the only option, and that meant they had to face bad internet connections, unclear instructions, and trying to adjust to an entirely new training environment. For months, their only focus was the Coconut Nut, and even with the best intentions, progress was slower than expected. As if the pandemic wasn't enough, another major obstacle hit, the loss of ABS-CBN's franchise in May 2020.
Bayan, pinatitigil po ng National Telecommunications Commission o NTC ang pag-broadcast ng ABS-CBN, DCMM at mga istasyon nito sa buong bansa.
This was devastating, especially for a group like BINI that had planned to use ABS-CBN's platforms for promotions and visibility. ABS-CBN was a huge media partner for them, and losing that support right before their debut was a major blow. The situation was tense. With no major media outlet backing them, BINI's management had to scramble to find other ways to reach their audience. This led to a shift in promotion, and they turned to online platforms, particularly Kumu, to connect with fans and keep the momentum going. This sudden loss created a lot of uncertainty for the group. There was fear, doubt, and a lot of confusion within BINI. Would they even continue as a group? Would they still get the exposure they needed? It's hard to imagine how they felt, knowing they had been working so hard, only for everything to change without warning. But despite all this uncertainty, they didn't give up. They found new ways to keep the project alive, pushing through with their content and live streams.
Well, I'm a lucky lover, and I just gotta tell them that I love them endlessly. Because love grows wherever they go, and nobody knows like me.
Now, let's talk about the K-pop craze. By the time BINI was preparing for their debut, the K-pop fever was huge in the Philippines. The country was flooded with K-pop groups, and Filipino fans were completely obsessed with them. So, when BINI made their debut, they faced an uphill battle. Not only did they have to introduce P-pop to a largely K-pop dominated audience, but they also had to figure out how to stand out amidst so many groups already at the forefront. For a while, BINI had to perform K-pop covers at their events because that's what the Filipino audience was familiar with. They even struggled with getting people to pay attention to their original songs. The general public wasn't aware of P-pop yet, and this made it hard for the group to find their footing.
Kasi po, syempre, ang daming times na, example sa mga events, yung if ever may meet and greet, yung nadadaanan lang, tapos kapag nagpo-perform, dinanood mga tao, dinadaanan lang.
Despite consistently releasing songs, it seemed like there was no significant progress in the careers of BINI. One of their first major experiments was releasing all-English tracks with a pop retro vibe, such as their song Golden Arrow. They even released an entire album titled Born to Win. However, none of the songs from the album gained traction or became hits. Months passed before their track, Na Na Na, started trending on TikTok in mid-2022, thanks to the Blooms who created countless dance challenges to the song. This marks the beginning of our fourth reason for their rise to fame. It seems BINI finally found their signature sound with catchy, lively, and upbeat bubblegum pop. Following Na Na Na, they released tracks like Pitta Pat, Loggy, and I Feel Good. While these songs were well received and followed the same sound as Na Na Na, they still couldn't propel the group to mainstream success. Despite their hard work, fame continued to elude them. They decided to try a new approach with the more aggressive and savage sound of strings, but once again, they struggled to achieve viral success. Then came Pantropico, and that's when BINI's career in the music industry began to bloom. This was followed by another viral hit, Salameen Salameen, which brought them unexpected fame and solidified their place in the music scene. But there was another major factor that played a huge role in their eventual success: resources, especially when it came to their styling and image. Let's face it, talent is crucial, but presentation matters too. When BINI first started, they didn't have the budget for high-end costumes or professional styling. In fact, for their pre-debut song The Coconut Nut, some of their costumes were borrowed or even made by member Stacy's mom. It wasn't until they teamed up with stylist Ika Villanueva that BINI's true image started to shine through. This is when they began to stand out not only for their music but also for their unique, trendy style. From Malloy's ribbons to Mika's iconic red hair and Khaled's cute hats. They each developed a trademark that made them easily recognizable. Good styling helped the group establish their identity, and this contributed to their growing fan base. Fans could now connect with them on a deeper level, not just because of their music but also because they had a distinct look and personality. All the Blooms out there, keep supporting BINI because they've truly earned every bit of their success. Do you agree with these points? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more BINI and P-pop content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.